sunglasses. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
David Muir, the most trusted and most watched newscast in America. And now, World News Tonight has won the Emmy for Best Live News Program for the 4th year in a...
Right now on News Channel 6 at 7, aortic dissection. We'll take a closer look at the life-threatening illness listed as Senator Lindsey Graham's cause of death. And summer storms, how local organizations are preparing in case of an emergency. As your news at 7 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 7.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with, after last week's round of severe weather, many people across the CSRA keeping a close eye on the forecast. While we did have some thunder and rain, definitely pop-up thunderstorms today, emergency officials say now is a good time to make sure you know what resources are available if conditions change.
You can go to www.augustaga.gov and you can find our information under emergency management, and you can find specifically what to do, where to sign up for any kind of weather alerts as well. If you want extended assistance, you can go to ready.gov as well.
And we know that storms are moving through the area. We definitely hear them here at WJBF News Channel 6. And it is now time for a first look at the weather with Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci, who is joining us to tell us what we will see into the evening hours. Jenna.
Well, Dee, look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam now at Soap Creek Marina. It is pouring rain, of course, very poor visibility because of the rain as well. We have some gusty winds. Luckily, it's not a severe storm, but boy, look at that. Just caught some lightning there on our Skyview cam. So that just goes to show that even if it's not severe warned, it is still dangerous. And of course, it is also leading to those flooding concerns. We have a flash flood warning for this area until 9 p.m. That includes parts of McCormick, Lincoln, Richmond, Columbia, Edgefield, and Aiken County. So these blue colored alerts here, these are flash flood warnings. That's also for Bamberg, Barnwell, and parts of Aiken County. This one's till 9:45. And then all of the green colored alerts are aerial flood advisory. So that means flooding and poor drainage in low-lying areas. Now with the flash flood warnings, that's where we can see flooding more so on highways as well. You can see those rainfall totals now up to around 5 inches in parts of Columbia and Edgefield County. We also have rainfall totals up to around 2 to 4 inches in Barnwell County, Aiken, Saluda. So a very large area seeing this significant rainfall. You can see we have that heavy rain really coming down near McCormick and Lincoln County, and really all of the CSRA. So I'll leave you here with a look at Live Viper 6, showing you the entire viewing area. I'll have more in your full forecast coming up, so stay with us. But back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. Accolades and fond memories continuing to pour in after the death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. He died in the late hours of Saturday night, and he had served more than 3 decades in Congress. His Senate colleagues paying tribute to the election set for August 11th. Preliminary findings show that Senator Graham died from an aortic dissection. As I mentioned, one of the main symptoms is high blood pressure, which often comes without obvious warning signs. Over time, the added forces of blood against your arteries can weaken blood vessel walls. News Channel 6's Jartavius Edmonds spoke with 2 local doctors about the connection between blood pressure and this finding.
With every beat, the heart pushes blood through the aorta. That means the walls of the body's largest artery are constantly handling pressure. The American Heart Association lists high blood pressure as a risk factor for aortic aneurysm and dissection.
Here's the aorta.
Because the increased force of blood can weaken artery walls over time.
But one of the most modifiable risk factors for aortic dissection is uncontrolled blood pressure. Now, it doesn't mean that everyone with high blood pressure, which is an extremely common cardiovascular disease, is at risk for aortic dissection, but it's one of the most common modifiable causes.
The concern starts along the inner surface of the blood vessel. That's the same area where a dissection begins, with a tear in the inner layer of the aorta.
And aortic dissection, as well as a lot of the other diseases that affect the heart and the aorta, are diseases of this inner lining of the blood vessels.
Once that tear develops, blood can move between the layers of the aortic wall, separating them as the dissection extends. The danger grows if the aorta ruptures.
If there's a rupture, that's a massive bleeding and patients can become very, very unstable very quickly because their blood pressure goes down and then they internally bleed to death.
Doctors say warning signs can come on suddenly and include severe chest or back pain, loss of consciousness, stroke-like symptoms, and if someone becomes unresponsive, Dr. Johnson says the people around them need to move quickly.
In the moment, if someone passes out and is unresponsive, it's call 911, start CPR, and get an AED, an automatic external defibrillator.
Doctors say the goal isn't to wait until the body reaches that point. High blood pressure is one risk factor people can work with their health care provider to manage. And the first step is knowing where your numbers stand. In Augusta, Jartavius Edmond, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Medical experts say not every chest pain is an aortic dissection, but also not brushing off sudden severe symptoms when something doesn't feel right. They say don't do that. A suspicious death investigation is underway in Richmond County. It happened this morning on Marks Church Road. Deputies say they found an unidentified person dead near the dumpsters behind Chuck E. Cheese. Now, according to the coroner, it was a wooded area that appeared to be a homeless camp. No further details are available at this time. Operation Southern Slowdown kicking off today across 5 states. A news conference was held this morning at the Georgia Welcome Center, a week-long event designed to give people the chance to slow down and crack down on aggressive driving. Speeding is one of the causes of deadly accidents.
It's not about writing tickets. It's about educating the public as to this makes our roadways safer. And at the end of the year, when we're able to save 17 lives over the course of a year like we did last year, all lives are important.
We take this week, it's the middle week of the summer between that Memorial Day and Labor Day, and say, hey, we're still here. We want to remind you, we care about you. We want you to get where you're going.
If you see an aggressive driver, call 911 or star GSP in Georgia or star 47 in South Carolina to report it. Well, coming up, investigation is underway in Maine involving ICE agents. We'll have the details when we return.
Good evening, I'm Carol Black.
It is a very wet and stormy night across the CSRA, and coming up, I'll have a look at what you can expect over the next 10 days. Stay with us.
Parting.
I'm attorney Latasha Barnes from the Barnes Law Office right here in Augusta, Georgia. If you've been injured, call me first. We are an all-female firm. We are women who win.
Call us today or visit us at thebarneslawoffice.com.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Here's a look at all of the areas currently under flood alerts, the most significant being the flash flood warnings, one of those for Barnwell, Aiken, and Bamberg counties until 9:45 p.m., another for parts of Edgefield, McCormick, Lincoln, Columbia, Richmond, and Aiken counties until 9 p.m., and then the green area here is an aerial flood advisory for parts of Aiken and into Richmond, Columbia, Lincoln, and McDuffie counties until 8:30 p.m. Now, here is a look at those rainfall totals over the last 6 hours, and I do have a storm report to share for you from the National Weather Service. They said Facebook photos show parts of Fury's Ferry Road covered in rushing water and several cars driving through 12 to 18 inches of water. This was just reported, so please be very careful if you are around Fury's Ferry Road or really anywhere where we're seeing these rainfall totals now climb up to 5 inches. That's around Columbia, McCormick, and Edgefield counties primarily, but starting to even see northern Barnwell County get close to that 5-inch mark, and several areas around 2.5 to 3.5 inches of rainfall. So flooding is very dangerous. Please take it seriously, on top of the lightning. So even though we're not seeing any severe weather, we have a ton of lightning, especially with this cell here that is around Clarks Hill Lake, McCormick, and Lincoln counties. That's where we also have the flash flood warning. Then down towards the south, east across the metro. We have some light to moderate rainfall near Augusta, into Aiken, New Ellington, then down towards the southeast, a very strong storm over Bamberg County, Denmark. That's where we're seeing all of that lightning and torrential rain. A similar situation across all of Glasscock County, parts of Washington County as well, and then also seeing some heavy rain and a couple lightning strikes near the town of Washington and Wilkes County. But this is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam once again at Soap Creek Marina. A very low visibility view here. It's very damp outside. We're sitting at 77 degrees, so cooler because of the rain today, but still very muggy with dew points also in the 70s. So the good news is not only is this rain beneficial and will help our drought, but it's also bringing us some heat relief. And it's all because of this low pressure system with a stalled frontal boundary that's allowing these storms to back build and train, meaning they're sitting over the same area for a long period of time and they're expanding in size. So we have that slight risk of excessive rainfall for the rest of tonight. Tomorrow there's a lower threat, but still a marginal risk across the entire CSRA. So here's your day planner: upper 60s in the morning, then we're going to be climbing only into the low to mid 80s, topping off at 84 tomorrow in Augusta, then up to 94 on Thursday as those rain chances start to dwindle down. So still a high chance of rain tomorrow at 70%. Let's take a look at our futurecast now. Tonight at 8 o'clock, heavy rain in our northern counties down towards the south as well. This is slowly moving off towards the east. So this is 11 o'clock tonight, still some light rainfall, some lingering showers expected overnight as well. And now as we go into our Tuesday afternoon, spotty showers at first becoming a bit more widespread as we go into the evening. So similar timing as today. Now I do think our model is not accounting for exactly how much moisture is in the atmosphere, so I think we'll see a little bit more rain than that. But as we go into Wednesday, some drier air will begin to filter in, and that will allow for us to have lower rain chances once again starting on Wednesday down to 40%, and then a 20% chance of rain from Thursday through Saturday. Then looking pretty wet next week as well, with those temperatures back into the low 90s. And speaking of the 90s, now it's time for another edition of Beyond the Forecast. Meteorologist Miller Hyatt has the science behind the dog days of summer.
The dog days of summer are here, but where does that phrase originate from? Well, we have to go all the way back to ancient times to find out. It's named for Sirius, the dog star, of course, a great name, which rises from the sun in midsummer. So technically the dog days of summer run from July 3rd through August 11th. That's when we have the peak heat and humidity of the year, and of course those typical pop-up showers and thunderstorms like we usually talk about during this time of the year. And I'll have a closer look at the dog days of summer and where it originates from on my latest Beyond the Forecast blog. You can find that by going to WJBF.com/weather.
Hey Green Jackets fans, when you're at the plate, there's nothing worse than striking out without ever swinging. You gotta make the most of your chances. And after a car accident, you can't just sit back, let life throw heaters at you, and do nothing. It's just too important. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. Call us. Let's load the bases and swing for the fences. Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, the official injury lawyers of the Augusta Green Jackets. 706-724-7224.
Looking for your next ride?
Our Countersink and Showers price ranges for all your needs, including luxury installations with handicap access. Contact us or visit our showroom today. Countersink and Showers, where quality meets innovation.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
The new school year is coming fast, and now is a good time to start thinking about vaccinations and other health screenings that may be required for your student. Isel Herschel spoke to doctors about how you can prepare.
The first day of school is only a few weeks away, and it's important to know what vaccinations your child may need before they walk in the door. Otherwise, they may be turned away.
The school's definitely watching. They want everybody vaccinated on time and on schedule.
Students across the Coastal Empire are required by the state of Georgia to be up to date on a number of vaccinations. Memorial Health pediatrician Dr. Amy Banky says parents of students going into kindergarten and 7th grade need to pay extra attention to what vaccines their children need.
When you're in kindergarten, you're going to get your measles, mumps, rubella, your polio, diphtheria, tetanus pertussis, and varicella. And then our 11-year-olds will get tetanus pertussis, meningitis. Those are the ones that are required for school.
Schools are encouraging students to get vaccinated as well. One nurse from the Savannah-Chatham County Public School System said in a statement, "By keeping immunizations current, families help us maintain a safe, healthy environment where every child can focus on learning and growing." Dr. Banky agrees that health screenings and vaccines are important in keeping your child and other children safe and healthy.
When you're in school, you have a lot of kids together in a small space. They eat lunch together at big tables. There's a lot of close interactions, so the risk of transmission is very high.
She says parents should consider doing this ahead of time because of how busy pediatricians get right before the start of the school year.
So right now we are seeing a ton of well child checks, physicals, vaccine appointments, and school starts in about 3 weeks. So if you hadn't made your appointment yet, you might have a little difficulty getting in.
If you can't get an appointment with your pediatrician, Dr. Banky says to call the health department or go to urgent care to get the needed vaccinations. In Savannah, Isley Herschel.
Coming up, the viral envious dog finally gets his day. We'll have the story after the break.
After my motorcycle.
You've been seeing our commercials for months, and while you've been watching homeowners across our area save their roofs and save thousands of dollars, guess what? You can too. Roof Saver's exclusive patent-pending Renew at 17 roof preservation treatment extends the life of your roof by 17 years with just one application and one treatment. We're proud to announce that Roof Savers is the first roofing company to be approved and partnered with the Wounded Warrior Program in the United States. Listen to Dr. David Godbold.
I am the CEO of the Wounded Warrior Program, and I'm lucky enough to be the National Director for our military emergency response teams. I will tell everybody that I'm not allowed to put my name on anything that doesn't meet the criteria and does not support our military and our veterans. Can't afford to do that. We don't want to do anything negative, nothing to put our name on it and it turn out to be some big catastrophe or be some big flop. We put our inspectors involved in this project. We put scientists involved in the chemicals that are used. Everything met the criteria. I'll just tell everybody, it's the greatest invention going forward to save your home, your house, your roof. You're not damaging anything. You're not doing anything to the environment. You're not throwing shingles in the trash cans. And insurance companies all over ought to be very excited about this product.
Call the number on the screen right now to see if your roof qualifies. America's #1 choice for roof preservation is Roof Savers. Save your roof, save your money.
I got hit by a driver who took off. I was hurt, scared, and had no idea where to turn. Then I called George Sink Injury Lawyers. They got me $300,000. They fought for me when no one else would. Don't go through it alone. Call all nines.
We have been keeping up with the pup who went viral during the Marlins game. Well, Jonah the retriever finally got his dog day with the team. He was given his own team gear, a shirt and a bandana. After his owner threw out the ceremonial first pitch, Jonah and his family got to enjoy the game in a suite. The only downside for the pampered pup, the Marlins lost. But I'm sure he made everybody smile regardless.
That's sweet.
He's enjoying his treats.
Well, here's a look at Live Viper 6. You can see we have very heavy rain across the CSRA, some thunder and lightning as well. These are very noisy storms bringing torrential rain. We do have those flash flood warnings going on until 9 p.m. for the Augusta Metro up towards Columbia, Edgefield, and McCormick counties, and then until 9:45 for Bamberg, Barnwell, and Aiken counties. So we do have that report once again of 12 to 18 inches of water at Ferries Ferry Road. Please remember, stay safe, turn around, do not drown. We have some reports of a few cars stranded there as well. This is Ferries Ferry Road, so please avoid that area if possible. Now here's our 10-day forecast. We'll have that threat of flooding tomorrow with that high rain chance, then lower rain chances throughout the middle of the week as temperatures heat back up.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. That's our time for now. Our next news continues at 11. Have a great and safe evening.
Summer is here, and so are the savings at Weinberger's Furniture and Mattress Showcase.
Save up to half off on so many of your favorites, including amazing deals on our patio selection.
We've got styles for every space and savings for every budget, from bedrooms and living rooms to dining and more.
Don't miss your chance to shop hot summer savings happening now at Weinberger's for a limited time only.
Can you save up to 50% at Weinberger's during the summer savings event?
Yes, you can.